Have a good one, guys.
So, eine Minute, Start, erster Vorläufer.
Hello and welcome to the second half of day number 3 here in Kuhtai, the World Para-Alpine Skiing World Cup. How do I know? It said so right there in front of you on your screens. Plenty of action still to come here on day number 3. Let's take a quick look at the local conditions. Air temperature around about -8. But I can tell you this afternoon it's actually quite mild here. This morning my journey was started at around about -2, so it's not so bad here this morning, but that is the local forecast. A little southerly wind as well. We had a few snow blizzards higher up on the course earlier on, but nothing too bad down the bottom end. The Hochimut course that starts some 2,127 metres in altitude, and it drops 163 metres, a 731 metre course with 51 gates. So once again, welcome and thank you very much for joining us. If you want to get in touch, you can use the @Para-Alpine social media channels, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but make sure you continue to watch as we start with the women's visually impaired event. The second run for those ladies. Henrietta Farkasova had won both the giant slalom events so far in this competition, but went out after just 3 gates earlier on. The standing women's event, that's the back end of the times. This is the business end. Another great run from Marie Bochet of France, winner on the opening 2 days on the podium at the top in the giant slalom, and she started the slalom event just as in emphatic form. Good run from Annalena Forster, put her ahead of teammate Anna Schaffelhuber in the sitting event, and a rare mistake from Claudia Lersch early in the run means that she sits in third. Just 4 ladies ready to take part in that event. The men's visually impaired event, another bad day for Mac Marcoux. He doesn't join us in the second run. Giacomo Petragnoli chasing down on Redko Zubov and Hreos, and it is the Slovakian that leads with that time of 47.65. The men's standing event, some cracking runs this morning. Those inside 50 seconds have really made this an interesting competition, but Alexei Burgaev was sensational. Adam Hall putting in a big shift as well to come in second. The rest of these guys really have to go some to catch the top 3 or 4, it would seem. And then of course we will end with the men's sitting event as well. We had a couple of surprises in this one too. Take a look at the second page of this, and Croatian Dino Sokolovic finds himself in second position after the first run. Didn't compete yesterday because he broke his mono ski. He's got it fixed, and not only has he got it fixed, he's got it going very, very quickly. 50.84, but it's Jesper Pedersen, winner over the first 2 days as well, who leads the men's sitting event. There's Millie Knight's mum looking on. I'm going to say Jennifer, she did tell me, but Millie Knight's mum looking on as the women's VI events about to get started. And you can see the first of our athletes getting themselves ready to get this second part of the day underway. Alexandra Frantseva, neutral para-athlete. Her guide is Semen Pliaskin. 30-year-old. Who began training at 17, so has been around a while. Younger brother Ivan Frantsev, also a para skier, will be coming up in the men's VI event. He was 5th fastest this morning, but he'll be monitoring the progress of sister Alexandra, who's already competed at 2 Winter Paralympic Games, so this cycle round will be aiming for a 3rd. Didn't medal in 2010, but in every event she entered. In 2014 she took a medal away with a bronze in the downhill, silvers in the Super G and Giant Slalom, but golds in the Slalom and Super combined. It's a very impressive return for Frantseva, and makes her way down to set the target for the rest. That first run time, 1:05.29. Anything inside 2:10 will be what she'll be aiming for. She's into the bottom 4 gates here. Obviously, everything moved from this morning. She's going to be around about 2:13. 1:08.30 for the run. 2:13.59 is the total time for Alexandra Frantseva. Well, now the rest know what they've got to get near. The Sanas are off the slope. Eleanor and Chloe, the sister act, well, out of tune, it would seem. Menna Fitzpatrick is next. Went 60.02 this morning, so close to being inside the minute, alongside the top 3, but Menna, with medals in the opening 2 days, will know that a good second run here will put her in a strong position to medal for a 3rd straight day. Just 19. Done a bit of para snowboarding in her time as well. Fitzpatrick with her guide Jennifer Keogh. See with the right hand, just able to maneuver the posts out of the way. You can perhaps hear a little bit of the chat from Jennifer Keogh as they come towards the line. It's 2 minutes 49, 60.47, so another run just outside the minute mark for Menna Fitzpatrick. Compatriot Millie Knight up next. Knight with Brett Wild guiding her down. The team will want no mistakes here. Great Britain, having medalled in the first 2 days, will want at least 1 medal, if not 3, if they can get them, because Kelly Gallagher, of course, is ahead of Millie Knight. Knight's time is 1:05.74, so she goes behind Fitzpatrick. So Menna Fitzpatrick stays top, which means she's guaranteed a medal here. Millie Knight needs a mistake from either Kelly Gallagher, who doesn't make many of those, or Melissa Perrine, and as I say it, it happens. Gallagher goes very wide, and I think she's still just about on course. So This will be interesting to see how much time they can make up, but that's a lot of lost time. Very wide on that right side. This is going to be interesting. I think it's a little bit too much for her to do. Yeah, Gallagher goes fourth. 1:11 in the end. 2:08.46. That big slide out to the right. You can just see from the shoulders of Kelly Gallagher. Hand on the head. So disappointed. Now, Melissa Perrine of Australia led after the first run. Long, dark hair flowing out of the back of Perrine's helmet to catch Menna Fitzpatrick. She wants a time of 2 minutes, 0.49. She should be all right if she stays on her feet here. And she will. It's gold medal position for Melissa Perrine. It's top of the podium. Well, 1:54.26 the total time. 59.59, the only lady inside a minute in this event. And the green and gold for Australia take top position in the women's visually impaired event here in Kuhtai. Great second run from Perrine. That 1:54.26, the only person inside 2 minutes over the two runs. And at the top of the mountain, Ilma Kazazic waits to start the standing event.
Teilweise sogar sehr, sehr hart und schwer zu fahren, aber es sind faire Bedingungen für alle Läuferinnen und Läufer. Vom ersten bis zum letzten und jetzt die nächste Gruppe. Damen stehen. The next group was come here in the race is the woman standing. Die erste Nummer mit der 25, die Läuferin aus Bosnien-Herzegowina auf der Strecke mit der Start.
Ilma Kazazic, who looked happy to have made it down this morning, having spilled out on the first 2 days. Long blonde hair flowing just over her right shoulder. Kazazic's time this morning, 1:22.22. Zielgelände 203, 204 ist sie unterwegs. Die Läuferin aus Bosnien-Herzegowina. So Kazazic just steadily making her way down. Hard to recoup that speed after coming out of the flat area, but Kazazic coming towards the finishing section now. It was the area that caught quite a few out this morning, but Kazazic has made it down for a second time. That time 1:22.50, so slightly slower than the morning time. Kazazic gets through unscathed. This is Barbara Perez-Gijuan, Spaniard, already clocking over 2 minutes in total. Did a 1:09.60 this morning. She's now entering this final stage as well. Perez-Gijuan over the line in 2:27.84, so ahead of Kazazic. Elena Kratter is on the course now.
Elena Kratter aus der Schweiz mit der 22 auf der Strecke. Kratter Elena.
So Kratter moving through nicely, visibly looking quicker than Perez Dijwan and Kazazic. Staying on course as well. Grata just working her way through here. 21-year-old Swiss skier crosses the line in 1:08.61. That's 2:15.88 in total. So she now leads by nearly 12 seconds in total. Ami Hondo is next up. 20-year-old, just the use of the right hand for assistance. A student studying physical education in the Nippon Sports Science University in Tokyo. She's currently studying the course and making her way down it. Just a hefty slide at the third from last, but through she comes in 1:13.81. It's not quick enough to take the lead. 2:20.50 altogether.
2:20.50.
This is Erin Latimer now. 21-year-old. Time of 1:04.67. You really had to be well inside 60 seconds this morning to compete. Latimer approaches the finish line. It will be a 2:14.85. Neue Bestzeit. 2:14.85. 2:14.85. The new first time. Corradini Melania aus Italien, die nächste Läuferin mit der Startnummer 5. So, next up is Melania Corradini. Nobody falling just yet in this standing event, although I said that during the VI event and disaster struck for Kelly Gallagher, so I need to learn my lesson. Across the line goes Corradini. She does take the lead, 2:11.88.
Jochemsen Anna, ihr Trainer hat den zweiten Lauf ausgeflaggt. Schauen wir mal, mit der Startnummer 13.
Jochemsen
Anna.
Navigating away through this bottom section. Jochemsen's time will be around about 2:05. 2:05.29.
Und eine neue Laufbestzeit für die Anna Jochems. 2:05.29.
Next should be Petra Smazova of Slovakia. But, well, we saw her start, but somewhere along the run it's gone a little wrong for Smazova, so she's coasting down the outside. Stephanie Jallant of the US is next, and that's Jallant getting it a little sideways. Oh, and then it's once your mojo's gone, it's gone, hasn't it? So just unable to regroup enough, and out goes Jallant. This part, she's already had a big slide off to the left-hand side, and as she tries to pick up a little bit more speed, she hits the gate too low, and it takes the entire body away. Molly Jepson next up. Jepson just gliding through the course so far. No dramas as of yet. "18-year-old from Whistler. Just caught that blue pole a moment ago quite heftily. This is her international debut on this World Cup circuit. You can gain lots of experience in the running towards Winter Paralympic Games, of course. And across the line she comes, just dipping in 1:03.29. Well, she can say she led a World Cup event at least 2:01.60 the total time. It shouldn't be good enough to take a medal, but you just never know, do you? This is Anna Maria Rieder. Rieder's time this morning, 57.93. Just 4 more to come after Anna Maria. So she knows if she sets a good time, the pressure's on the rest. Only 2 DNFs so far in this women's event, but you can really see Rieder forcing her way through the gates, constantly attempting to gain speed and working hard through the flat sections as well. Rieder into the final 3 gates then. Across the line she comes. She is the leader. 1:57.86. She leads by 3.74 from Molly Jepsen. But Rothfuss, Papalova, Ramsey and Bochet still to come. This is Rothfuss, 28-year-old German athlete. Gold medal winner of the slalom in Sochi. Rieder, right ski just getting away from her a second ago, but staying on track. 59.93 was Rieder's time, and Rothfuss can't get past it. She's second, the 3rd quickest time of the second run. So Anna Maria Rieder stays in the medal positions, and if one of these next 3 makes a mistake, she wins a medal. Now that is definitely Alana Ramsey, which means we've got Maria Papulova out somewhere on the course. This is Alana Ramsey, and if Papulova has indeed taken a tumble, which we think she has, then Rieder has indeed got herself a medal. Ramsey started as 2nd quickest. What colour medal can she come away with? She needs to be inside 2:01.30 to guarantee it. She can go top with a 1:57.86. She's not in eyesight just yet. Here she comes over the brow of that last hill. 1:57.86 she's chasing, and she just looks a little bit slow through this section here. It's going to be around about 1:59, if not 2. It's 2. 2 minutes 40. She's second. She'll get bronze at least. Third place position guaranteed at least for Ramsey. Marie Bochet has stood on the top of the podium for the first 2 days, and she's been absolutely flawless. Can she do it again? Inside 1:57.86, and she's our champion on this one. Not just inside it, absolutely smashed it. Bochet, 1:51.92, takes her 3rd victory in 3 days. Anna Maria Rieder is 2nd, and 3rd place does indeed go to Alana Ramsey of Canada.
Und beginnen gleich mit 2 Österreicherinnen und 2 Deutsche. Also da haben wir jetzt Ländermatch-Stimmung im Stadion. Deutschland gegen Österreich.
DNFs for Papulova towards the end there meant that Anna Maria Rida got herself onto the victory podium. I know I said bronze early, there are no medals here, it's all about points for the World Cup. So Alana Ramsey finishing in third, what would be a bronze medal position, if you like. Second, Anna Maria Rida, but top of the pile once again, 151.92, Marie Bochet of France, as we head towards the women's sitting event. Just 4 ladies left in this one, so somebody has to miss out. We lost a few on the course this morning, so Heike Eder, the challenge here is to get to the bottom and be the first of the 4, because then everybody else has to finish. So Eder working her way through the early gates. Heike went a time of 1:03.44 in the first run this morning. You can hear maybe at home the skis really having to grind into the hard surface out here in Kuhtai. And 29-year-old giving everything she's got here to make sure she gets to the bottom. Competed in the World Championships, got a 5th and a 6th in the giant slalom and slalom respectively, so she'll be higher here. Oh, just spinning out with 5 more gates to go. Heartbreak for Heike. Just keeping the right arm too stiff, and that red gate post just holding her back. Well, here's a lady over the first 2 days we've expected to go in pole position, but had to settle for being third fast over the course this morning. A few mistakes as she crossed the line, Claudia Loesch. You could see her shaking her head, and general body language suggested she wasn't happy with it. Here she comes into the final few gates, and oh, she's caught out as well. And realistically, if she crosses the line here, I don't think she's technically missed a gate. So we'll just take a look at just catching the bottom right of the pole against the very bottom of the post. And in fact, she's done the sensible thing off camera. She's gone round the post the right way and crossed the line in 2:16.54. With Heike Eder already out, she was guaranteed a bronze as long as she crossed the line here, Claudia. So she's done the sensible thing. That third place finish is secured. So Schaffelhuber crosses the line, and now the challenge is on for Annalena Forster. So Schaffelhuber 159.97, that's a 101.59 in this second run for her. So race leader at the moment, and the German coach and an athlete will look on, because barring a mistake it will be a Germany 1-2. Annalena Forster. She's not exactly taking it easy. Comes down, crosses the line, 59.13. Great performance from the 22-year-old. Resident of Freiburg is the winner of this one, in front of Anna Schaffelhuber, and Claudia Loesch has to settle for third position this time around. So here are the standings of the women's sitting event. We'll have the men's event in just a moment. See the start list for the men's event on your screen now. Miroslav Hreos, the quickest this morning. So they'll wait for the course to just have a little tidy up, and then we'll get underway with this.
An sich gerissen. Gestern gewonnen, vorgestern gewonnen. Heute, leider Gottes, im Slalom ist es ihr nicht so gegangen, wie sie sich das gewünscht hat. Aber gestartet ist die erste Sehbehindertpaarung bei den Herren. Aus der Slowakei.
First up is Marek Kubatska of Slovakia. Kubatska, run time of 1:04.55 this morning. Maria Zatrovikova is the guide in the pink trousers. And Marek is the most severe of the impairments. He is a B1 athlete, so his factored time is manipulated more so than anybody else's on the circuit. Again, the clock running with a formula inserted into it to level the field of play for everybody. You can hear those instructions. I certainly got them in my ears, so hopefully you can get them on your device or TV or however it is that you're watching. But big thank you for joining us here on day 3 of the World Paralpine Skiing World Cup from Kuhtai. You can follow us on all of our social media channels at Paralpine. Leave us a comment using the hashtag Paralpine. Maybe let us know what your favourite moments of the opening few days have been. Just one more day of action here from Austria. Marek Kubatska has competed every day so far, as most of the athletes will. And there we go. Kubatska through the line, 1:01.82.
Marek hat es geschafft im Ziel mit einer Gesamtlaufzeit von 2:06.37. 2:06.37.
Kubatska the first through. This is Damir Mizdrak, who has only done his first run for the first 2 days in the giant slalom. But he and his guide, Luka Berdaljak, moving through nice and neatly. Again, you can just hear the sounds of the guide just talking to Damir as he comes through the final few gates then. 1:08.23, 2:09.09 for Damir Mizdrak of Croatia.
2:09.09. Jensen Patrick aus Australien, Startnummer 50, die nächste Paarung. Jensen Patrick.
This is Patrick Jensen from Australia. And Jensen will look to try and be as close to 2 minutes as he can. Just going through the left edge of the gate as we look at it. The finish line gate, 2:02.38.
2:02.38. Neue Bestzeit, 2:02.38. 2:02.38. 2:02.38.
Next up is Kevin Burton of the United States. 35-year-old from Denver, making his way down. He finished this morning on 56.53. That lead time from Miroslav Hreos is 47.65, so some 9 seconds back. Burton will be inside 2 minutes as a total, 1:58.66.
Mit 1:58.66. Neue Bestzeit 1:58.66. 158.66. 1:58.66. Kresel Maciej aus Polen mit der 37.
Kresel.
Läufer.
Anna Ogazinska, his guide. The Polish athlete. Coming towards the finish then. Well inside 2 minutes. 1:53.99 is good from Maciej Kresel. Little smile there. Kresel, our current leader. John Santacana Mestegui of Spain, the man from San Sebastian. 37 now. Loads of experience at Winter Para Games. He's 2002, 2010, 2014. Be adding 2018, I'm sure, to the list as he darts across the line. He's in front, 4.86 seconds ahead as well. 6 still to come. But the man who's medalled at 3 Winter Paralympic Games already, showing he still has what it takes, an abundance of World Championship medals as well. This is Geraint Morgenfurt of Austria. We mentioned this last couple of days, but 52 years of age, and this is his international debut. Age is just a number, certainly when it comes to para sports anyway. Morgenfurt crossing the line, 1:50.53, goes second, so Santacana Mestegui stays top. The Spaniard in charge at the moment. Only 5 more can knock him from that podium. This is Owen Frantsev. Okay, we saw his sister racing in the early stages. Frantsev looking to get inside, 1:49.13. It's going to be close. Oh, a little slip and slide towards the end, but I think he's just about done it. 1:48.90. Just 0.23 of a difference between Frantsev and Santacana Mestegui. And Ivan Frantsev at the bottom there tried his very best not to. In his desperation to get across the line, he nearly cost himself, but here's Jakub Krakow. 3 more to come after the Slovakian. Krakow coming to the line in 1:43.90, well in front, 5 seconds clear of Frantsev. So Krakow sets a marker for Bertagnoli, Redko-Zubov and Hreos. A mistake from any of these 3 and Krakow gets himself on the podium. And we talked about a mistake. And again, Bertagnoli looked just trying maybe a little bit too quick. The guide was quite a way away. Perhaps a miscommunication, but Krakow has got himself a medal. If this were a medal event, he'll certainly be on the podium. Kozhubov now trying to chase down on the time that's been set in front of him. 1:43.90. Neutral para-athlete. Oh, and he's missed a gate as well. So at the moment, Jon Santakana Mestegui
Did not finish the number 42.
is still on the podium. Frantsev will stay on the podium. Krakow only has one person now who can stop him from winning this event, and that's his compatriot Miroslav Haraeus. But disaster for the last two. Bertagnoli winning the event yesterday. So it's all down to Miroslav Haraeus, 31-year-old Slovakian, with his guide Maros Hudik. They get inside 1:43.9. They'll win the first of our two slalom events in the last 2 days. And Haraeus is mastering the course in fine style and takes it 51.85 for the run, 1:39.50, 4.4 seconds quicker than his fellow Slovakian Jakub Krakow, who will finish in second position. And well, Ivan Frantsev, 1:48.90, has managed to find his way onto the podium after Bertagnoli and Redko Zubov both went out fairly early on the course. So it's Haraeus, Krakow and Frantsev on the podium.
Noch mal ein bisschen Zeit, die Sponsoren noch einmal zu erwähnen. Unica, die Versicherung, der verlässliche Partner, die Tiroler Wasserkraft, die saubere Energie für Tirol, Innsbruck und seine Feriendörfer, die Gerber Hotels in Kuhtai, die Bergbahnen Kuhtai, das Land Tirol, die Allianzversicherung und ganz besonders auch diesmal das erste Mal mit dabei die
Kirk Schornstein here, getting underway. 53.14 the time from the morning. The quickest of the times belong to Alexei Bugayev this morning. He will go around about halfway through this men's standing event. Schornstein just wanting to improve on this morning's run. 1:48.20, just missing out on being inside 1:48. 55.06 is the time he's achieved. Already stud in the winners area. So Theo Guimot, oh, he's out. Yesterday's winner is out. Just misjudging one of those early posts. And Theo Guimot, who was fabulous over 2 runs yesterday, is gone. So fellow Swiss athlete Robin Kusch, nephew of Didier Kusch, Winter Olympic medal winner himself, makes a start on a run. So, what time can Kusch set? Schornstein's 1:48.20 is the benchmark. Kusch Going well.
Jetzt müsste er dann schon langsam auftauchen oben, der Robin.
We'll be into the final section in
Startnummer 5.
just a matter of moments. Get through this rather flat section here. And then face the final drop. Now, just a little wild there. Crossing the line, 1:51.30. That's 58.75. So Kush will stay in second behind Sean Steen. A little shake of the head there from the young Swissman. And still in the winner's area is Kirk Schornstein for now. Thomas Mulder of the Netherlands.
84 Läuferinnen und Läufer haben sich für diesen zweiten Durchgang qualifiziert.
And the Dutchman knocked the Canadian off top spot. Into the bottom section he comes. Just needs to stay on track. A bit of a wobble halfway down that last hill, but he crosses the line in 57 flat, 1:49.17. No, Schornstein will stay where he is.
1:49.17.
So our top athlete is still the Canadian Schornstein. 73 is Aaron Lindström. Lindström, the 17-year-old Swede. 8th place finish in the World Cup final at the slalom event. The 17-year-old pushing into the final area now. One more to come. Through the line he goes. And that's Lindström finishing in 1:45.06. So we do eventually have a new leader.
1:45.06. 1:45.06. 1:45.06.
From Sweden to Finland next then. Santeri Kiveri is on course now. Can he go faster than the Swede Lindström? Kiveri, an athlete with use of only his left arm to assist. Kiveri moving well. Into the final few gates then. Kiveri's time will come through as 53.45, 1:44.35 for Santeri Kiveri. Now Mitchell Gawley should be next.
1:44.35.
There he is. 26-year-old gets underway. Here's a man who just attacks every single gate as hard as he can. Oh, and he's taken a bit of an air ride. It's a hard fall, but Gawley is to his feet immediately and will make his way down the mountain, but not to register a time. You can see here he gets airborne just there as he tries to come back onto his left side. He just got a little bit lean back on the skis, and once you do that, you go for a little fly and down you come. A mini ski jump and out. That's Gawley gone. Thomas Field of Switzerland is next. Field, who's had a mixed bag of a week so far. Little yell from Thomas Field there. Had the best run. His second run yesterday in the men's giant slalom. His second run the best of the lot. But not enough to get him to the top of the podium. He finished in third. There's two Swiss athletes on the podium that day, but Theo Guimillot has already gone. Giel has gone slow, 54.25. He's second for now, 144.85. He would have loved to have been in front of Santini Kiveri. But with so many to go, you've got to feel that Thomas Field isn't going to replicate his podium finish from yesterday. This is Thomas Walsh, just a little wobbly. Needs to settle into a rhythm. Does Walsh? It's quick, there's no doubt about that. Always the risk of missing at that speed. But here comes Walsh then. The luminous protective wear getting across the line. And it's second, 144.38. 3 100ths slower than Kiveri, who stays top. James Stanton now. The gap at the top is not much. It's very tight indeed. This is Stanton. Finished down in 15th yesterday. Much higher up in the first slalom event of the week. Can he get close to Walsh and Kiveri? 144.38 was Walsh. 144.35 is Kiveri. He's gone top. Stanton with 143.55 here. He's just taking in the breath. An exhausting run, but it's got him to the top. This is Alexander Alyabayev. Alyabayev, one of our neutral para-athletes. He went 49.85 this morning, was fifth fastest in run number one. Alexander, again, just the use of the left pole.
144.38 for the number 53.
Despite the outfit being all black, certainly illuminating protective clothing, and as he comes through in 143.46, it's enough to go top. 9 100ths of a second quicker than James Stanton altogether. So these final few make a mistake and you're going to be in trouble. The gaps are so small, but one tiny mistake could be the difference between 1/10 of a second or not. Martin Wirtz of Austria. Can he end this competition on the podium? Wirtz looking quick. Great movement through that section, and just the use of the right hand for Wirtz. Time to get now, 143.46 as he enters the final stages here. It's all about getting as much speed in this final down section through the line. Oh, it's going to be 144. 144.39. It's down in fifth for Martin Wirtz. Arthur Parchet of France.
Also ganz knapp die Herrschaften da. Und der drittschnellste, Arthur Pouchet aus Frankreich mit der Start.
49.39 this morning for Parchet. His time that he wants, 143.46. Alyabayev stays top for now. Parchet just a little erratic through a part of that section. 17-year-old appears back in shot. A minute 30 gone. 143.46. Just a little wide through one of those final few gates, and then starts to dig deep.
Jetzt schauen wir mal.
1:42.92.
Jawohl, hat
We have a new leader by 0.63 of a second. Is it enough to take it? I think Balchet's reaction says to you that he made a few mistakes out there
80 und aus
and could have gone quicker to put the pressure
schnellste
onto Adam Hall and Alexa Bagayev.
55 aus dem ersten Durchgang. Adam
But Balchet will get
Neuseeland.
onto the podium here on day 3. Adam Hall.
Und dann haben wir den schnellsten Bugayev Alexei.
Already 1:26 clocked here for Hall, the New Zealander, with
Der zweite aus dem
a
ersten
chance
Durchgang.
to end on the podium. A mistake.
Aus Neuseeland.
Very costly in this men's standing event.
Jawohl,
But
ganz
Hall
eng ist er da bei den
ducking in 1:41.58.
Die Zeit für Adam Hall
It's actually rounded down 1:41.56 is the official time.
56.
So Adam Hall
41.5.
leads with realistically only
Jetzt kann sich
one more competitor that really should push the time. You just never know with Alexei Mikushin on 54.31 for the first run.
der
It's not home and dry, but Bagayev has looked quick in the opening couple of days.
ersten Durchgang bravourös gefahren. Es sind 6
So,
Sekunden
Bagayev
Unterschied, also 65 Hundertstel.
pushing hard. 1:41.56 now is the time he needs, and he is absolutely flying, nearly throwing himself to the ground as he comes towards the line. 1:37.93.
Und eine neue
And after an extremely close first run, Bagayev has just put 3.63 seconds between himself and the rest of the field, and I'm sure Adam Hall is just saying, what a run that is.
1:37.93.
Brilliant stuff from Bagayev. Martin France now. France's first run was 53.96. He needs something special to get to those podium places. 1:42 is Arthur Balchet. Balchet's second run, 53.44. So, Bagayev is our leader. These next few are the only ones really that can get close enough to changing those podium places, you would imagine. But, already Martin France dropping back through the leaderboard. So he finishes on 1:52.19. Bagayev's performance absolutely stunning. It has to be said. Next up is Alexei Mikushin. These guys would need something absolutely mega on a second run, but never discount anybody.
Die Nationen nicht dazu sagen, aus den bekannten Gründen, wie wir sie alle wissen. Mikushin Alexei, der nächste Läufer. Er ist auf jeden Fall ein Mannschaftskollege von
So Mikushin
Bugayev Alexei, der in Führung ist.
moving
Es ist der nächste Läufer.
neatly through the course.
Wir haben ja Olympiasaison, die Olympiade der
Already
Parasportler
well
im
outside
März
of
in Korea.
Bagayev's 1:37.93, but Mikushin
Weil diese Nation eben
comes to the finish in 1:52.37.
Alexei Mikushin geht durchs Ziel mit einer Zeit von 1:52.32.
Don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us, you can use our social media channels to do that. If you want to send us a message at Paralpine, hashtag Paralpine in your messages. Maybe you can tell us what your favourite moments have been so far.
Frühlingswetter in Kuhtai.
Braden Luscombe
Was sagen Sie dazu?
of Canada.
Das ist ein
The
Traum.
last couple of athletes have gone inside 1:53. Luscombe would love something like that. He's going to be well inside 1:53. That's a good performance
Aus
from
Kanada
Braden
mit der Startnummer 70.
in the second run.
1:51.75.
Next should be James Whitley of Great Britain. Alexei Bugayev is shielding from the sunlight that's just about creeping through part of the mountain and hitting the end of the run. Whitley, a bit like Martin France, unable to use a pole in either hand. So Whitley needs to rely on the lower body strength and the maneuverability of his legs to get across the line. 1:55.21. James Whitley.
1:55.17. Und jetzt haben wir einen Österreicher oben noch mit der 79, Julian Ernst.
This is Julian Ernst.
Also heute möchte ich auch bei dem Roten Kreuz angestellt sein. In der Sonne stehen, Hände in der Tasche, das Gesicht in die Sonne, Ende des Monats schönes Gehalt abnehmen. Ja, aber eure Kollegen haben schon Arbeit gehabt die letzten 2 Tage, Burschen. Jawohl, Gottlieb, heute hast du wieder einen guten Tag ausgesucht. So, Ernst Julian mit der 79. Konzentrieren wir uns wieder aufs
Towards
Rennen.
the line.
Jawohl. Laufzeit für den Julian 1:56,46, 1:56,46. 1:56.46, 1:56.46. Aus Belgien geht's weiter mit der 74. Balsen Jasper.
This is Andreas Kurz.
Ihr seid Zielern am Weg der Belgier.
At least it's not actually, it's Jordan Brossan, number 69, so Brossan crossing the line. That's 1:56.23. 78, Andreas Kurz is next. That one was Jordan Brossan from France.
Ist zu schnell gewesen für die Anzeigetafel.
Andreas Kurz just there, leaving the start gate. 5 more to go after this, and we can officially crown Alexei Bugayev our winner for the day. So, Kurz. Oh, it's a bit wide, and he's not going to manage to get back in. So Andreas Kurz getting it sideways with just 3 gates to go. Jasper Berghan of Belgium is next.
Die Startnummer 78 did not finish.
So this is Berghan of Belgium. He's got a start time of 58.08 from this morning, and Berghan follows Andreas Kurz into the DNF column. So Berghan is out.
Did not finish the number 74. Did not finish the number 78. Und mit der 82 auf der
Hilmar
Läufer
Orvarsson.
Orvarsson Hilmar.
Smashing his way through the middle part of the course. Orvarsson with just 3 more to come after him. Orvarsson nearing the bottom section. This is the Last bit of flattish run before they then take one last drop. Just here, start to work their way down towards the finish line. Again, Rassen, one of our single leg skiers. Such great use of balance and power to be able to do that with just one leg. But Rassen crosses in 2:01.57. Davide Bendotti is next. Just the use of the right leg on the skis for Bendotti. The run has got a little bit neater. It was a little messy towards the beginning. So takes the gate poles pretty much across the chest the majority of the time. He only just clips that last one before coming across. And a little puff of the cheeks as he comes across the line. 2 minutes 3:73 is the time.
Aus Japan mit der 86, Takahashi Kuhtai.
So this is Kuhtai Takahashi.
Und dann haben wir noch einen Läufer bei den Stehend. Herren haben wir wieder 2 Minuten Pause, weil wir ja den Start wieder nach unten setzen müssen, also diesen Startbalken.
Visibly slower than the last couple of runners we've had. Takahashi certainly working hard on the course to make sure he finishes it. The use just of the left hand, and across the line he comes. 2:05.73. It's 2:05.66 in fact, the official time.
Der letzte Läufer bei den Stehendherren, Jack Daniel Peters aus Großbritannien.
Jack Daniel Peters of Great Britain, as it was Gran Bretagna, as the announcer here said. Great Britain, of course. Peters, the final athlete taking on our course here, the Ochimat course. A little wobble there with the third to last, but Jack Daniels across the line.
1891 führt die Startnummer 85, der letzte Läufer der Stehendherren. 2:18.88, 2:18.88.
So Peters gets across.
Dieses Rennens, die Allianzversicherung, die Java Hotels in Kuhtai, die Lifte in Kuhtai, Bergbahnen Kuhtai mit Tourismusverband, das Land Tirol, Innsbruck mit seinen Feriendörfern. Der zuverlässige Partner, wenn es um saubere Energie in Tirol geht, die Tiroler Wasserkraft. Und
well, we're straight into the men's sitting action then. Joshua Elliott of the United States is first up. He's a bit wide. He's considering whether he's missed a gate or not. He's still going. Just slide out here. Oh, he's not sure whether he's missed that blue one or not, but well, he continued for a bit. I've not seen Joshua Elliott come into vision at the bottom of the mountain, so now here he is. He certainly carried on as if he went round it. It'll be a review for somebody a little bit later on, but Joshua Elliott will indeed finish his run, at least. Elliott reaching the final part. He's just took one in the face. You saw him just shake his head to get himself back in the swing of things. Just held up again there, and he's well, he's probably chatting to himself all the way down here. Is certainly this section here will be interesting to see. Oh, I don't know, you know, that's too quick to see whether he went round it or not, but he's got a time, 2:03.27. We'll have to wait and see if he's good enough to have stayed in, but Floris Meyer certainly hasn't. He's gone as well. So Meyer, no question whether he will finish or not. The answer is not. They're just slipping away from the right edge of the ski as he tries to turn into his right side. And Floris Meyer takes a tumble. Now, Thomas Nolte will not want to replicate the airborne trick he pulled off yesterday. He was about 2 gates in, took a sharp left turn, and it just kept on going, hitting the safety barriers at the side, and the netting just caused him to fly up and over. It looked spectacular. He's clearly fine because he's back out here racing again the very next day. Completed the first run. And just got his left arm caught up a little bit there, but managed to keep on going. That's the danger, is you get your arm caught up on one of the poles and it drags you back and spins you out. Nolte going well into the final section then. 2:03.27 from Joshua Elliott. It's the time to beat. He's going to be inside that. Just throws his helmet into the last one. Thomas Nolte. A lot of determination just to finish the course. You get the feeling that time around. And Nolte manages it, even if it was a little head first. This is Björn Berenke from Germany. Just 19. Did the first run in 57.67. We're looking to complete another run here. Just a sharp right in that section. You can see some of the grooves of where other people have been just starting to form on the course. He gets through the last gate, through the finish line, just outside of 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 0.75 to be exact, so he's not as quick as Nolte, his compatriot, over those 2 runs, but he's got himself down 2 runs successively. This is Akira Kano. Down goes Kano. In the final straight as well, he's got himself upright. Just here, wrong side of that post, and in fact the monoski just riding over it and flipping him into the air and out of the contest. Andrew Kirker next up. Looking quick so far is Kirker. Andrew Earl Kirker, give him his full name. 25-year-old from Anchorage. Just gets caught up on that third to last and really slowed him down over the end, but he's still in the lead. 3.65 ahead of Nolte. That second run, you get the feeling, could have been a lot quicker. A few hazards towards the bottom end. Yeah, Markus Schwerterhofer
so in Kuhtai. Ich würde Ihnen
26-year-old from
wünschen,
Salzburg.
zweiten Lauf in diese hohe Mundstrecke zu zaubern, dem Markus.
Full-time athlete.
Das waren tolle Burschen. Aber es geht halt nicht immer so, wie sie es
Aiming
gerne
for
hätten.
his
Da ist er
first
bereit. Da
Winter
Markus.
Paralympic Games. That's a sharp right-hander, and he knows he's missed it. Well, you just saw him slow and go very wide, and then the next one, he just knew he got out of sequence, and Ratterhofer berating himself. You can see, I couldn't tell you what he's saying underneath the helmet, but you can certainly tell that he's having a word with himself. Just here, he'd already gone too wide for the first one, and he just couldn't correct himself in time. And he'll put that down to a basic mistake as well, and that's what the disappointment will be. Not exactly the most tricky part of the course, but Ratterhofer goes out. Now Roman Rabel into the section. That's exactly what Ratterhofer should have done. The 26-year-old through the final few gates. He's going to take the lead in the contest. 151.23, 151.17 is the actual time altogether. Combined with a 58.12, so Roman Rabel leads.
151.17.
Niels de Langen, the 19-year-old from Arnhem.
Aber das werden wir wieder spielen. Mit der 95 ist der nächste, ein Niederländer.
Langen
Sein
going
Trainer
well.
hat den zweiten Lauf gesetzt. Die Langen
151.17. That's the lead time. A little wobble there. He's got wide going into these final few. He's got to cut back inside this one as well. Well, he's going to lead 149.71. 149.65 eventually. So Niels de Langen is the new leader. So de Langen can sit in the sunshine for a couple of moments and wait for the rest. This is Taiki Mori. Mori did a 52.56 this morning. We join him here about halfway down his second run. Mori into the vision of the crowd. 37-year-old looking to get inside 149. Oh, he's got it sideways. Now needs to pick up a little bit of pace into these final few gates. Oh, and Mori would have been a lot quicker. Shake of the head from the Japanese man. 225. And a big shake of the head from Mori because he knows that could have been 145, 146 at worst, I think, but certainly lost the impetus as he got through the fourth to last gate, caught up in it, went sideways, and gives everybody a chance here of overtaking him. Takeshi Suzuki will be the first person to have a go at this. 29-year-old from Fukushima, making this section look simple. That was the difficult one for Mori. No problems here. Inside 147, yes it is. 146.41 for Takeshi Suzuki of Japan. Suzuki leads. 4 more to come here that will have an effect on the leaderboard. Next should be Tyler Walker, the man from the US. Oh, Walker's gone. Just misjudging his turns, and Tyler Walker, who has been on the podium for the first 2 days, will not make it a hat-trick.
Did not finish. The number 89.
Frédéric Francois,
Nummer 89.
the 40-year-old Frenchman, with an opportunity here to get on the podium at this World Cup.
François Frédéric aus Frankreich.
Been to the
Ist
2 World Championships. Oh, make it 4 World Championships, let's say. A couple of medals in 2015. Oh, a little bit sideways for him there as well. Working hard to regain the pace down that flat section. Francois, who's took silver in the Super G World Champs in 2015. Yet to medal at a Winter Paralympic Games. He'll be hoping for better than the 5th place he got in the Giant Slalom and the Super G in Sochi next time around in PyeongChang. He's still got a way to go here. Suzuki will survive another athlete. Francois was just a little slow in that middle section, and that's cost him quite dearly. He's 4th position. So Takeshi Suzuki leads 146.41. Dino Sokolovic from Croatia. Suzuki will finish on the podium. Well, here's a man that yesterday couldn't race because his monoski was broken during training, and he didn't realise until he got up to the top of the mountain getting ready for his own run. So he was quickly rushed to somewhere that could fix it. Spent all day there, he said, and eventually he got it fixed this morning. It wasn't just fixed, it was like brand new as he threw himself down this course. Just got to stay on track here. He's got to work hard in these last few. Really digging deep. It's going to be 3rd, is it? It's 2nd. He will finish on the podium, but a couple of sideways motions towards the end for Dino Sokolovic means he won't be any higher than that, but he will find himself on the victory podium a little bit later. Is Suzuki's time quick enough to defy Jesper Pedersen for a 3rd day running? Will we end day 3 here in Kuhtai the exact same way we've ended the first 2 days? A week has got a bit slow there. He's now having to work really hard in this next downhill section to make it up, but he's still quick, throwing himself around. Well, I'll tell you what, 1:43.43 as this World Cup starts again. Never mind tomorrow, but when this World Cup starts again next year in Zagreb, somebody's going to have to come up with something to stop Jesper Pedersen. He's done it again, 1:43.43. He is brutal, absolutely brutal down that mountain, and it is so quick. And you better get used to that smile from the Norwegian, because we're going to see it over and over again in World Cup competitions. Kenji Natsumi is out. He was the next person to go. Didn't go all that well. So Natsumi is gone. Mika Weifler of Switzerland is next. So the top 3. Pedersen in 1st. Suzuki in 2nd, and Croatia get themselves onto the podium with Dino Sokolovic as well.
Micha Weifler, wir haben keine 113. Did not finish in number 113. 113 nicht im Ziel. Die 4 letzten Läufer. Weifler Micha aus der Schweiz.
Oh, a hefty fall for Mika Weifler, but and he wasn't far from the finish either. He's just at the top of the hill that the spectators can see the most. In fact, he should finish the race here, Weifler. He's still inside the course. So never say die. Weifler Oh, and then misses a couple of gates towards the end as well. Well, at least he went for it. Ika Weifler not giving up on the course, and then 4 or 5 gates later could do no more. Mark Sawyer should be next. We should have Alessandro Varotto and Yasmin Bamba still to come. This is Varotto, who should be bib 115, but I believe he's lost his bib, so he was given 129 a little bit earlier on. So if anybody finds bib 115, bring it back. This was Kenji Natsume. We missed this in real time, but the experts that are our broadcast team have found the footage of Kenji Natsume ending his run. This is Varotto preparing himself for another trip down this mountain. 39-year-old from Padua in Italy. There's our winner. Feels like he's been sat there forever. And that's just because we've seen him there every single day. He and the interviewer will be good friends by now.
110 kommt nicht ins Ziel. Auf der Strecke war Otto Alessandro mit der 115. Auf den warten wir jetzt. Der kriegt jetzt erst eine Startfreigabe. Der vorletzte Läufer.
Keeping himself occupied as he's being held at the gate. Should have Mark Sawyer out on the course somewhere, but I think we've lost Mark Sawyer up in the early stages, so I'll try and confirm that in a few moments. So Mark Sawyer has indeed been called as a DNF. Try and maybe bring you that footage if we have it a little bit later, as we did with Natsume. And the gate closed on Varotto, which means he can go through it. And here he comes.
Vorletzter Läufer ist gestartet. Der Läufer aus Italien.
Alessandro Varotto did a 105.56. He won't get a chance to register a second time of the day. Slams his pole into the ground. And that is the end of Varotto's day. A lot earlier than he would have wanted. Around about a minute earlier. So the last 4 since Pedersen have certainly not been able to live up to the speed and not made it down as well. Yasmin Bamba's helmet, by the way. There's a man who's seen some bumps and scrapes. Bamba making his way through the course here. He got down this morning in 106.73. It was the first time in the first 2 days that he managed to complete the course. So Bamba looking to do it again. Bags of experience. Yasmin Bamba, he's just got himself a little tangled up there. .38-year-old. I'm sure his wife and daughters will be watching him in action. And here comes Bamba then, doing what the last 4 have failed to do. Oh, and he slides out so close to the line. And a look up to the sky from Bamba, that won't help. Coming into the home stretch, just arm went from underneath him. Was just trying to get himself settled for his next left-hander, and his arm just went from underneath him. And, well, I did say we would finish day number 3 in exactly the same way we finished day 1 and day 2. And that is looking at Jesper Pedersen from Norway as the winner of the men's sitting event. Giant slalom on day 1 and 2. It's a slalom victory for the smiling Norwegian on day number 3. Pedersen's time 1:43.43, well in front of Suzuki on 1:46.41, and Sokolovic ends the day in 3rd position, 1:47.25.
Bye bye from Kuhtai.
So day 3 of Kuhtai gave us Alexei Bugayev back on the top of the podium with 1:37.93 in the men's standing event in front of Adam Hall and Arthur Brochet. In the women's sitting event, it was Claudia Loesch in 2:16.54 in 3rd position, but Annalena Forster took the title on the 3rd day for the slalom. Miroslav Hrabeos was the men's visually impaired winner in front of Jakub Krako and Ivan Frantsev. And there is the winner of our final event, Jesper Pedersen of Norway, as he does his interviews and the sun sets over the mountains here in Kuhtai. The sun sets on day number 3 as we say goodbye.